Thanks everyone for waiting. We have here the 2016 Rogers Cup winner, Novak Djokovic, who also won his 30th ATP Masters 1000 title, a record. We will start with a few English questions and then a couple in Serbian at the end. Anyone first in English? Microphone, please go there. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations, Novak. Were there enough hugs in the crowd?
Well, I've seen a few. I was in the hug myself, so couldn't really look at the whole stadium. But I've seen many people they give a hug to the person next to them. It was a really wonderful moment. I did feel that it was just the right moment for me to ask politely the crowd to do that. Because at the end of the day, we all here for the same thing. We're all here to connect through tennis, through passion for the sport, and it's nice that we got to sense and feel that kind of energy around the stadium.
I guess, hi Novak, congratulations again. I just wanted to ask you, now the media often talks about your quest to be the greatest of all time, but and where do you place the importance of an Olympic gold medal in the grand scheme of things for your legacy, let's call it, and your mental preparation for something that you haven't won because you've won pretty much everything else? How is that going to be given the distractions around the Olympics, other athletes, sports that might interest you, or events?
Well, it's going to be a lot going on during the Olympic Games with, of course, as you mentioned, different sports, different events. Well, it's the biggest sports event in the history of the sport, so to be part of it is already a huge privilege and an honor that I will cherish, as I did in Beijing and London Olympic Games. I had an honor of carrying the flag for my country back in London 2012, and that was one of the most unique and unforgettable moments of my life. And so I look forward to that, honestly, just being part of it and approaching the Olympic Games as any other tournament, really, trying to respect the same kind of preparation and routine that I have with my team and that I've respected for so many years and that has worked well for us this week and as most of the other weeks in the last couple of years. So, of course, the overall sensation is not going to be the same as the other tournaments because it's Olympic Games and of course you represent your country and you get to feel that you're part of something much larger than just a tennis event. And I look forward to that. I'm going to try to extract that positivity out of that huge attention and energy that will be directed into the Olympic Games, and hopefully put myself in a position to battle for a medal.
Novak, did you have any reservations going to Rio?
Excuse me?
Any reservations, any worries, any concerns? Because you saw some of the other top players pulling out. Did that ever cross your mind?
No, not really. I mean, again, I think it's all in our minds. It depends how you really approach things, and I really don't think about negative stuff and the stuff that might cause a fear or concern or something like that, like viruses or security issues. Surely they're there. We have to be, in a way, cautious, but I try to look things from the brighter side. I'm part of the Olympic Games. It's in a very exciting city and country that is very passionate for sports, and millions of people will be there. So many other millions will watch it on the TV. So I mean, that's a kind of a vibe that I feed on, and I look forward to the Olympic Games because I approach it in that way, and so I can't wait to be there.
Novak, you come into the tournament off a loss of Aquaria, obviously, and then 2 weeks off. A little bit not so good at the beginning of the tournament. How would you explain the evolution of playing so well from the beginning of the tournament to the end of the tournament?
Well, it's the process like any other that has happened many times in my career, where I would start a tournament still feeling a little bit comfortable on the court and finding my rhythm, and then in the end of the tournament, as the tournament goes on, I find that proper comfort level with shots, with the way I feel, with mental attitude, and the two best performances have arrived in semifinals and finals at the right moment for me. So that gives me a lot of confidence that I'll try to carry into Rio. Everything in life happens for a reason, so the fact that I've lost in the first week of Wimbledon allowed me to have a week more of the time with my family and just quality time off tennis, thinking about the other things, recharging my batteries, and then coming in here with plenty of motivation to do well. So I couldn't ask for a better start of the hardcourt season, and hopefully I can keep going in the right direction.
Now, 30 is a lot, and you've won a whole load of other titles as well. Can you explain why and how these Masters titles still mean so much to you?
Well, after Grand Slams, these are the biggest events we have in sports and in sport of tennis. So naturally, I'm going to be very disciplined, committed, and focused to do well. And but I obviously Grand Slams, you value those the most because in the history books they count the most. But on the other hand, I love playing in Masters tournaments throughout my career. I've had plenty of success in this particular category of events, and I'm very grateful for that because I always value them as much as I value Grand Slam. So, I try to approach every single day, whether it's a match day or practice day, with a right mindset and knowing that this will eventually pay off down the road.
Just really quickly, obviously you played here and then you're going to Rio. Is your plan right now still to play Cincinnati as well?
Well, yes, but I need to see how Rio goes. I'm playing singles and doubles in Brazil, and it's a lot of matches for I think 10 days event. So let's see how that goes, and then we'll speak about Cincinnati later.
Any more in English?
Novak, congratulations. You talk about your approach and your preparation for tournaments such as these. Do you feel like you were at a bit of a disadvantage, seeing how you had less rest time than Kai did, having played the evening sessions every day?
No, I mean I don't need to look back now and complain about schedule or having disadvantage. In contrary, I think that the schedule played very, perfectly for me, and building my form. I played the first match, a day session, and that was enough. Honestly, before the tournament started, I practiced during the day, so I didn't really feel like there was a long and much needed adjustment to be made. So it took a really short time for me to get into the right mode.
Last couple in English? No? Couple in Serbian?
No,